Hey everyone, Tyler from Red Pine, here to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, rescue dogs. Let me catch my breath. Yes, rescue dogs. Helping rescue dogs is a big deal, and a major part of that is fostering these lovable pups until they find their forever home. Unfortunately, the number of dogs in need of a foster home keeps growing, and now more than ever, we need more people willing to open their homes to fostering. So why foster? Well, lots of people love dogs, but can't always have one of their own, for a variety of reasons. You have a busy work schedule, or travel a lot for part of the year. Well, guess what? You can foster on your schedule. In between classes, work, travel, you can foster, take breaks, start up again. There's no requirement to have a dog at all times. You're in Grand Forks temporarily for work or school. Again, there's no commitment to have the dog long term. You can have a companion while you're here, have somebody to play with, come home to, happy to see you every day. And when you have to leave, the dog is either adopted or we transfer him to another foster. You want a dog, but think it might be too expensive for you right now. The only investment that you have to make is your time. Journey Home will pay for vet bills, food, toys, crates, medications, everything. All you need to provide is time and love. So obviously, there are a lot of reasons to become a foster, but let's hear from some current fosters on why they decided to open their homes and how they feel about having made that decision.
Gosh. I'm Grace Bowling. I grew up with dogs my whole life, and then my mom had mentioned that Journey Home needed some fosters and thought I would be a good fit. So I applied and got to meet with Hannah and Leslie. And my first foster, I had 3 little puppies. So if someone's on the fence about fostering, I would definitely tell them to take the leap and do it. It's been such a great experience, and the amount of joy you get from it is amazing. Being able to see them grow and live life and then have a family be able to love them just as much or as more than you is really great too. The network that Journey Home has is great any time of day. If you have any question, they will answer you as soon as possible. So if you feel like you're losing your mind, they definitely help with any questions that you have and make you feel more comfortable. So, I mean, being in college can always be a broke college student, you know, but they pay the bills for the vet, which is nice, and I get my puppy fix, and also Opal gets to meet new friends and play with other dogs, which is great too. So, lots of fun, and it's always entertaining.
And I think that fostering is so important. I've learned so much about myself through fostering. When an animal comes to me, and I often get an animal that is afraid, and so it's bad-tempered. Sometimes they lash out. I know that animal's acting out of fear. Why don't I treat human beings the same way? Why can't I understand that human beings who maybe aren't friendly and are nasty and have bad temperament are hurting and are afraid? There's just so much we learn from animals when we take the time to pay attention, and fostering demands that we pay attention. One of the questions I get asked the most is, how do you let them go? But one of the greatest joys is when someone comes to see a kitten and that kitten makes them so, so happy. I've had people bring their little kids into the house and sit and just laugh with joy as they meet their new pet.
What I like about Journey Home is that it's all foster based. So you really get to give the dog a nice, loving, stable home, and they don't have to spend their time waiting at a facility in a kennel. So you really get to know their personalities and all the ins and outs. And I like the fact that we really get to see where they're going, because we meet with the families and introduce them to the dog and can answer any questions, because we get to know the dog very well. They are fixed, they're current on their vaccinations, and any health issues that they come into foster with are addressed before getting adopted. I feel like most people's reservations would be the cleaning and the training, and that's just something that kind of goes with the territory, but the reward is very, very great.
Now I know what you're thinking. What's required to be a foster? Well, answer yes to the following questions. Do you love dogs? Do you live indoors? Did you answer yes to both? Great. But it's a little more complicated than that. So here to explain what it takes to be a foster is Leslie from Journey Home.
Hi, Tyler. Thank you. Being a foster is being a part of the solution It's being part of the greater good. Being a foster is opening your heart and home to an animal that needs help. It's providing the care and love and guidance to an animal that is in a very unfortunate situation. Also, a couple of the check boxes that need to be checked to be a foster are you should be 18 or older. If you're not 18 though, get an adult on board or get your guardian on board. You also need to be allowed to have pets where you live. They have to live inside with your family, be a part of your family, and get to know how it is to live inside. So help them potty train, help them not counter surf, and most importantly, snuggle on the couch, right? We also do ask that your pets are altered and up to date on vaccinations and flea and tick. If you're gonna foster cats, you should have a spare room to isolate them in for a little bit, just while they get used to things. We have a great support system that will help you with any of your questions along the way, so don't be scared. A lot of the times we do hear, oh, I could never foster because my heart wouldn't be able to let them go. But if that's what you're thinking, then we need you and the animals need you. It is very bittersweet when your foster gets adopted, but it's great knowing that they're going to a forever loving home. You get to interact and communicate with that adopter, so you know in your heart that it's a good fit, and then it enables you to be available to help another animal in need. So if you have a huge heart for animals, please sign up to foster today, sign up to save a life, visit our website, www.journeyhomeanimalrescue.org.
So you've heard many reasons why to be a foster, how great it is to be a foster, and what it takes to be a foster. So lastly, what do you get for being a foster? Well, other than the unconditional love of a dog that you help save, we're going to give you a free Red Pine t-shirt. Unconditional love and a free t-shirt. Why are you still watching this when you could be filling out your application right now? Just answer Red Pine Distillery on the how did you hear about Journey Home Animal Rescue question on your application. Once you've been approved and you've taken in your first foster, we will reach out to get you your free shirt. So go to journeyhomeanimalrescue.org right now and complete your application to save a furry life. Thank you for watching, thank you for caring, and thank you for fostering.